This series has been totally based around food. It's been totally based around getting food into our colonists and seeing how overpowered we can actually make them. Thank you, Branston, for suppressing our ice cream ladies into slavery. Appreciate that whilst I'm mid-monologue. Thank you. The whole point of this series was, at some point anyway, was to get John and to make her the most powerful ogre in existence. To feed her up with lots of food, lots of yummy, tasty things, and see how good that food is in Rimworld. And I think we've strayed away from that. The original point of this series was that what I just said, to feed our colonists, and we need to evolve that and change this series into something else. I've had a week off. Welcome back, guys. I'm feeling very well. Thank you for asking. We're going to be doing something else now with this series. Alongside the main goal of getting lots of different food and feeding up John, we're also going to be expanding our slavery business and maybe taking that in a different direction. So far, we have ice cream girls as slaves. Makes sense. We're chefs. We eat ice cream. In the world as well, we also have the pig people wherever they are living, which I think is just up here. Pig people. They are pork. We can eat them as well. We will also be enslaving the pork people. The pork people? The pig people we will also be enslaving as well, and I think we're going to be going with that for the rest of this series. Is not only are we going to be going for this ultimate goal of making as much food as we can and seeing what buffs and how much better we can make people with food, is we're going to be collecting xenotypes that would traditionally be food. Pig people being pork, you know, ice cream people being lovely, creamy ice cream, and so on and so forth. So if you enjoy any of today's episode and are excited to see all the things we're going to be getting up to, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Let's get into things, and let's start by going through the things that we actually need to prioritize first. So, first things first is obviously we need to be converting and then enslaving ode to clonement. Very important for obvious reasons, to have more slaves to do more jobs. And the next thing we need to be doing, I think, this episode is starting to work on the hotel side of things. We've got the things sort of prepped out, this whole area on the side of the map here, where we can have all the different hotel rooms and everything. And what I hadn't noticed as well, but the ice cream ladies are all pretty good at social. I ignore trifle cornmen, obviously. I think it's going to be quite interesting, not only to then have these slaves do different jobs and everything for the different hierarchies, but for the different xenotypes to maybe do different things. And I think it makes most sense to have the ice cream girls as our entertainers for very obvious reasons, I'd like to think. So I guess we need to start collecting up more ice cream girls and build a hotel. So we have this very obvious area down here, and I think I want to have like little beachfront properties all the way along. I think that would be the most attractive thing to do. I think if we make the beach huts out of bamboo... Okay, do we have any bamboo on the map at all? Bamboo. Right, we've got loads of bamboo on the map as well. So I think we're going to make the beach huts out of bamboo. And I think I'll set up another growing area as well, so we can grow even more bamboo as well. I think bamboo makes the most sense for nice beach hut properties looking out over all of the rocks and mountains and everything. Alongside everything else that we're going to be getting on, I think I'm going to finally be recruiting Spaghetti rather than just having her as a slave. I think it's only right that we do get along to actually having our fifth and final colonist. And a growth moment for Chicken. How exciting. Baby Chicken has now become a child. So Chicken is going to become a slave. As you do. You know how it is. Welcome, Baby Chicken. You are a slave. Congratulations. Chicken fillet. Perfect. What jobs are we going to put you on? Just all of them. Just do your thing, Chicken fillet. Do your thing. And that now means that for the first time in this colonies playthrough, we have no children to look after. Jobs are going to be actually completed. This is perfect. I'm genuinely so excited to be able to get things done. Okay, so I've now planned out the blueprints for the beach house luxury condos brought to you by John. It's very simple. It's all going to be made out of bamboo. We've got a double bed in the middle, chest of drawers, bathroom, the whole shebang, with a double door at the front, which we're going to pretend a lovely glass patio French doors that open out, and you can look at the fantastic granite meteors that are littered absolutely everywhere. I'm going to queue up some of these at some point. I'm not going to queue them up yet because we have literally no bamboo at all, despite us going around mining and harvesting all the bamboo trees on the map. But we've got the design there, and once we've cleaned up like all the granite and all the various meteors that have come down, we'll have loads of space to do it as well. You know, you wouldn't think this is much, but John beating up this dodo called Cock, this is definitely not a metaphor for real life. Definitely not. Oh no, Cock is down. Oh no, John, please don't, I don't know, finish off the... Oh god. Rimworld is just a big old metaphor, isn't it? But on a completely real note, I'm just going around at the moment killing all the animals on the map. Once again, the chefs are struggling for food. Oh, the sort of thing where if Spag was not in jail, I'd imagine we'd probably not be doing too bad for food because Spag is like unbelievably good at gardening and we have so many farms ready to harvest. Just time. It's just time. We're so close. We're on the precipice of greatness. And trait. Another depressive constant. Spag's constant stress has made their depression become permanent. You know what? Alright, fair enough. I have taken you as a slave all of your life and then suddenly imprisoned you in the same room as a 22-year-old ice cream lady. I'd be pretty stressed as well. I'd feel pretty depressed as well. Like, my life's just over. I need to find a way to cure these people's depression. I've got a theory that the therapy mod that I've got installed would potentially sort this out. So maybe that's another thing we can get round to doing on top of every other job that I've got listed up. And enslaved. Ode Coloniment has been enslaved. Fantastic. What were you good at? Cooking, plants, crafting, and stiff. You know, all the good things that we expect from an ice cream lady. Fantastic. So you are literally be on the exact same jobs as Pudding? Yeah, the exact same as Pudding. Ooh, and a transport pod crash has come down. Now, this begs another question that, from my week break, I've been thinking. Why do we class children in Rimworld as being adults? One, they reach 13, right? Emmanuel Martinez, a dark elf, is currently 17-year-old and is theoretically still a child. But in Rimworld, they get classed as an adult. Now, I think it's only right. I think we adjust the rules ever so slightly and say that once you've reached 18, you are then an adult rather than a child at 13, which just doesn't quite make sense. So Emmanuel Martinez, you're not very good. I'll be fair, you're not that good at all. However, you are a child. You're paralytic aphasia and everything, so we can't do anything with you. We're going to accept you into our realm. You're going to become one of us. We are going to obviously enslave you, but I think it's only fair that we now accept people under the age of 18 as children and allow them to become slaves. And I think for the sake of keeping with the style of this playthrough, Emmanuel, despite being a child and will be enslaved once they reach the age of 18, because I can't eat him, I can, but he's not really food. They will just send them out into the world and allow them to make their own outpost just so we can benefit somehow. And a raid from some insects. Ooh, there's quite a few of them as well. This should be fine for John to deal with. Definitely not a problem. John has dealt with worse. Perfect. John has successfully dealt with all those insects. There's quite a few of them as well. How's John doing? 387 conditions need tending. Holy moly. Oh, God. I can feel the game slowing down as I scroll through that. That's ridiculous. John, please don't use any medicine, please. I will have nothing left if you use it. Ooh, and niece is pregnant. Definitely not an issue to have. I did change her because she was on Do Not Try for Baby, but now all the babies have grown up and they can actually help. I put it back onto to just, naturally try for a baby. Very nice. Ooh, a growth moment for Spag as well. Perfect. Perfect indeed. Spaghetti has reached the biological age of 10 and experienced a growth moment. They can now do so many more things. And as a result, they've become a insomniac. Fantastic. That is really not what I wanted. Can I just, not gain a trait? No, I have to. Fantastic. An ecologist, insomniac, and depressed. The perfect chef, I guess. Okay, I've now queued up all of the guest rooms as well. So we've kind of got on the top side the expensive ones, the bottom side the other expensive ones, and in the middle we're going to have the kind of the cheaper ones where they're not facing the sea because there's a big mountain in the way. You know how it is. I think it's going to be a long-term project to do, definitely, because we just don't have enough bamboo whatsoever. It takes ages to grow as well. Eventually, we'll be able to get round to it, but until then, it's just going to be queued up for us to slowly work at as it is. And unfortunately, that is all the time we have for this episode. This episode has been fantastic. Lovely. Welcome back to Rimworld. You know, everybody breaking down, slaves going here, there, everywhere. It's been a lovely time indeed. Next episode, though, we will be able to re-recruit Spag and get an extra colonist on the go, because at the moment, I do actually quite miss Spag as well. And hopefully start working back onto research. I think that we need to start really prioritizing research, because despite everything that's going on, we need the research. I need to be able to research therapies to cure everybody's depression, make everybody happy again. I think that's how that mod works. I've got no idea, and we're going to find out together. But otherwise, yeah, I'm happy with the way things have turned out. So if you have enjoyed any of today's episode and are excited to see how all 3 baby children get along with in the future, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it, and I'll see you next time. You know what? I'm going to let that happen. I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you.